Today we're going to talk about end sections and floaters, and they're not the same thing, but they are close cousins, and we will execute these maneuvers in similar situations depending on what the wave gives us. So I'm going to show you a few waves and we'll talk about how to execute an end section turn and a floater. So here I am, and you can't see too well with this angle, but my eyes are looking up in the direction I want to go and where I want to place the board. And you'll see in other clips, it'll be more clear. Now, it's really important when executing these maneuvers that we have proper speed. If you're doing these maneuvers without enough speed, you can get hurt, really. The board can come back and smack you, and you're just not going to be able to execute it. So watch our tutorial on pumping in order to generate more speed to be able to complete these maneuvers. So I see my eyes are forward and I see the wave is starting to crumble over here, and I'm not going to make it past this section. Okay, so anytime you see that wave starting to crumble in front of you, you want to look at that as an opportunity to either float that section or do a turn off of that section, a finishing end section turn. If you float it, it will be to try to make it down the line past this section. Another thing you can do is bottom turn around that section, but that's kind of a separate maneuver, okay? So I'm going to come forward, and now I was looking here at that part that was crumbling, right? You can see it started to crumble. I'm looking at that section. I'm aiming. Now, here's where it's really important that I get back on my board. I got weight back on the tail in order to get the nose up, and then I'm going to be able to let the wave kind of help me through this turn. So I'm executing like a cutback, but I don't necessarily need to push as hard because I don't have a clean wave face to carve through. I have a crumbling part of the wave. So I'm going to get the nose up by putting weight on my back foot. And it's really important with the timing of this that we get our bottom turn and then we get our nose up so that the wave is not breaking on top of the nose. And now that white water is going to push my board back kind of towards the beach and through that turn, okay? And I'm going to come down, and it's a lot of instability there. So I want to finish low with my knees bent, okay, in a low position and using my paddle to brace, okay? So I'm coming forward, getting the nose up through that section, nice and compressed, and down. And we're going to go over a bunch of waves here. So this smaller wave, again, my eyes are looking at that section that's breaking in front of me. So anytime you're going down the line and you see the wave has broken in front of you, that's an opportunity to either float that section or turn off of it. It's really fun to bank off of those sections because you can come with more power. So my eyes are looking at it. I see that it's breaking there. I'm getting my weight distributed towards the tail. It will depend on the wave, but at least 60% of your weight back, sometimes, more, towards 70, 80% of the weight on the back of the board to get that nose up. And then I'm hitting that area right where the white water and the clean face is, and that's where I want to turn off of, okay? And again, that's going to just provide a nice canvas to bank hard off of the wave, nice and low, finishing low with my paddle, knees bent, bracing, okay? Now, here's a different angle, okay? I'm looking down the wave, and again, you can see the wave is breaking in front of me. Now, if you have enough speed, sometimes you can go high and then low around this and continue on the wave, or sometimes you just want to do a finishing maneuver and hit the section like I'm about to show you, or sometimes you can float that section and continue, okay? So I'm bottom turning, my eyes are looking forward at that section that's breaking where I want to place my nose. Now I'm going to put the nose right there and bank off of that nice canvas to come down. You see, I wasn't going to make that section and then I'm going to finish nice and low, okay? Now backside, similar mechanics that we want to get our nose up. All right, this is an end section, so I'm doing like a cut back, but but the wave is kind of closing out, so I just need to get my nose up into the lip line, and then the wave's going to do the rest, and I'm going to finish low, okay? Again, look at my eyes. I'm looking down the line. I can see the wave is breaking here. So I'm eyeing up that section. I do a bit of a shallow bottom turn for the timing so that I can get the nose up before the wave breaks. And this is more of a floater. All right. And I'm going to come down with the white water. I get a little bit tall here. Right. You want to try to compress and then low on the landing. Okay. So again, my eyes are looking at that section that's breaking, getting the nose up. I don't need to necessarily do a hard cutback. I just need to get that nose up, and then the wave is going to redirect me towards the beach, finishing low. Okay, here's a backside wave. My eyes are eyeing up that section. Again, whenever you see you're going at whitewater like this, it's a great opportunity to hit that end section, okay? So I'm low, I'm eyeing that up, I'm gonna bottom turn and then place the nose right at that section where the white water and the clean face is, and then you'll see that section is gonna allow me to whip the board around. Really, the wave is doing a lot of the work there, okay? So I'm just I'm bottom turning the nose into it, and now the wave is going to swing me around, and I'm able to use my paddle to be low in brace. Here we got Coach Jake. His eyes are up. He's looking down the line. Again, the timing is critical. He's going to do a little bit of a shallow bottom turn here so that he can get the nose back up into the lip in time to come down, okay? Again, he sees that the wave is going to break in front of him. Nose up into the lip, and then low compress on the landing. Eyes are up, nose into the lip, low compress on the landing. Here we got a former guest at Blue Zone. He's going to do a little bit of a floater. So he sees that section, it's crumbling in front of him, does a nice job of getting the nose up and nice and low, and then kind of just comes unstuck at the end there. But really great execution of this is, again, more of a floater. See how he's not necessarily banking off of that turn? So he carries more of a high line, which is going to help you to float a section. Whereas if you want to turn, you want to do a bottom turn into that section. So he's got a high line. He's going to shift the weight back, get the nose up, finishing low. Backside, my eyes are up. I'm looking at that section. I'm going to come, this is a longer board, okay? So I'm just going to get that nose up into the lip, nice and low, using my paddle to come down, and then I just come down with the section. Here we got Coach Yosu. Again, his eyes are up. You see the wave is feathering and breaking here. He's going to do a quick little shallow bottom turn. Look at him get the nose up right there. He just places the nose in the white water, floats it down, finishing nice and low. Eyes are up, little bit of a bottom turn, a little bit late to that section, but there was not much he could have done to get there earlier because the wave was crumbly, but he still gets the nose up with enough weight back that he's able to get the little floater / end section right there, okay? Really important, guys, that I want to point out, if you have a big, heavy, thick wave and it's breaking right here, that's actually a situation where you want to maybe not try to execute this maneuver. When you first try it, try on waist high or smaller waves and then work your way up. But anytime it's really dumpy or closing out hard, I don't recommend trying these maneuvers because the risk is not worth the reward. That's where you can hit your board. You can hit your board on softer waves too, but certainly if it's a powerful wave, you want to try to be careful and not be executing these maneuvers. Okay. Now here again, you see my eyes are looking down the line, and this is an end section that I'm eyeing up that's already breaking. I can place my nose right in that joint where the white water and the clean area meet, and then turn right off of that. It provides a nice little canvas to execute a turn. Eyes are up, bottom turn, end section, get the nose up into the lip, and now I can bank off of that wave, okay? Finishing nice and low. Again, this is really important that our knees are bent and we have our paddle in the water as our brace. Okay, so I'm going to go back through all of the waves here and just real time walk you through. Eyes up, nose up, execute low. Hitting that joint, finishing low. Feathering down the line, see that section, that's an opportunity to turn off of. Backside, get the nose up into the lip, low with the paddle. Little bit of a floater with that section that was breaking in front of me. Little bit section in front of me, banking off of it. Coach Jake, gonna get that nose up and then let the wave do the work coming down. Nose up, compress down, nose up. It's really a timing thing, and once you get that timing of getting the nose up in the right section, it's a really fun maneuver, and the wave does a lot of the work for us. Coming at us right there. Those are my favorite, when the wave is breaking in front of you and you can bank right off of that section. Okay, guys, hope you enjoyed that. Again, watch our pumping tutorial to learn how to generate more speed to execute these maneuvers, and please be careful when attempting these, especially the first time. Waist highs, smaller waves, definitely recommend, and then work your way up. But even, myself and the other coaches, more advanced surfers, when it's big and dumpy, sometimes that's just a section we either want to dive out of or straighten out and not risk a injury to ourselves or a broken board. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. We'd love to have you down in Nosara, Costa Rica for our all-inclusive stand-up paddle surf retreats, where we can dial you in with these maneuvers or more beginner maneuvers or more advanced maneuvers. Wherever you're at, we're happy to get you taken care of. Thanks for watching.